Okay. I'm live. Okay, good. It's still evening in Nigeria, and this. Let me say we are global. Permit me to say we are global, and I know it's morning. It's during the day in different time zones in the world. So permit me to say, um, well, let me say good morning. Good morning. So on this live video, my friend and business partner Umar Hassan will join me in the course of time, and the essence of this live video is to just celebrate the brand honestly, like talk about my growth progression and like everything that we've been on and what we've been planning and working on for like the past month, past 6 months. I mean, like it's second half of the year, and we chose to like come strong, on the second half of the year based on like a lot of factors. So we've been working behind the scene on a lot of things, and we just feel like it's about time that we start our media campaign for the year, like launching a collection and partnering with a whole lot of people to make a bigger wave and all that. So let me invite um, Omar so that I can just quickly do something while he talks. I need to do something soon, but I'm still on. I'm not going. I'm not going. I just want to put Omar. So, Zobo Boss, by the way, I can see Zobo Boss. Madam, I hear you. Bobby, I hear you, bro. So, right now, Omar, yo, bro, what's
What's
up?
up, bro?
I did. So this Nigeria people never day on, but at the end of the day, we work round the clock. We work with the international calendar. My business is not limited to just people in Nigeria, so don't mind me. I can be rugged enough to do like a live video or post anything at any point in time because there are people targeted at that particular point in time. So Omar, I just need to reply a message. So please just it will take me 30 seconds and I'll be back. Omar, please just fill in for me. Like just do some talking about the brand. Holla at people. This is Zabe 50. Zabe, I hail you. Zabe is our rep somewhere in the world. I don't want to talk too
Well,
much, but she's our ambassador and our customer somewhere. I don't want to come
thank
out. If she's a low key person, I don't want
you
to come
for
and start
having me
shouting.
on board.
You get what I'm saying?
Very
Zubu
bland.
boss na madam. Oh. You can see.
Uh,
Yeah. So I'm
I
coming. Just give me
know.
30 seconds and I'm you're tuned to Umar.
Oh, okay. Well, hi guys. Basically, we're just going to give certain details about Taylor District going forward, the new collections coming up, and the events. Like I'm sure coincide. Zobo was talking. No, be bad. Is it a he or a she, please? So we don't mistake, because this one is sounding as if he tagged a she for a he, or rather a he for a she. Or is she saying I know be madam based off the hype? More like you're watching her, Victor. So hi guys, like I was saying, okay. Nice having you around. So we're just going to talk detailed about Taylor District going forward. Yeah, journey so far not necessary, but the new collection coming up, the events. I'm sure you guys are acquainted with coincide. Because anyone that is anybody that has affiliation with Taylor District should be acquainted with coincide, which is the sales collection sales event we normally have, which is more like a fun thing. Yearly. I think it didn't hold last year due to some internal restructuring. So
Yeah, I'm back. I know y'all missed me. I already talking about coincide, Umar. My lighting is poor, but well, we move.
Problem.
So,
Now,
so
just
you're talking about coincide. So coincide is our annual event. Coincide itself is a brand. That's the important. That's what people don't know. So when people come to me to say, people didn't do coincide this year, people didn't do blah 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 blah. So it's like people don't really understand the back end of this thing. You know, Umar. You know, like
yeah, I get that a lot too.
you know the
Like
stress and
coincide
the
and
funds that go into this projects. You know, so it's own brand. So if a business is not self-sufficient to run its operations, then it is wise to back down, you know, prepare,
yeah.
then come back stronger. So we've not had coincide since COVID, but by the grace of God, this year is going to go down because we're already heavy and we're already planning like a lot on coincide. Zobo said they did not miss me. Okay, so, Umar, we're talking group progression. Like, to be honest, like the last 1 year has been crazy for the brand. Like, so crazy that it's funny now that if I tell people that I almost gave up on this brand and this business, like it will be like I'm just saying, I'm just talking. I don't know. Is my background music too loud, guys?
Maybe turn it down a little. I think
o-
it's
Okay,
a
I'll turn
bit.
it down a little bit. I'll turn it down a little
Yeah.
bit. Just give me a second. So, Umar, just do the talking. I'll back 30 seconds.
Okay. Hi guys, I can see Fizzy. Oh, okay. V, they said it's okay. They can hear you clearly.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. So hi guys. Ah,
Okay,
Fatima.
okay.
Patty. How far?
Yeah, what I was
Shout
saying
out
was
to Patty. Shout out. Let's see.
okay.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Patty. I can
Patty.
see.
Shout
I
out to
can see
Morpheus
my people
Rhymes.
coming on.
I can see people coming on for
Coming
the
on
live
live.
video. Like Jesus Christ, impromptu, and like people are turning up. It's crazy. Thank you all for coming, like tuning into our live video. So, Umar, I was saying something about business and the expectation that people have for you as a business person to be to always come through or to always give that like they will try to control your progress to tell you where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to be doing now, all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't really work that way because there's a business and there are operations that go down. And to every business owner that is listening to me now, you must
Enough
understand that
see.
you have to work with your timing. You have to understand your
Time.
timing. Don't let people push you to, like feeling like you're not doing the right thing for your business because it is your own dream. It is your dream. It is you that know what you want to offer. It is you that know, what you are working at or what you are doing. The most important thing is to understand your timing and to, be when it's time to deliver, you deliver. When it's time to rest, it's rest. When it's time for you to just back down and do some research, get to it, do that research. The most important thing is to grow, to move forward, right? So, Umar, you're saying something.
Yeah. So mine is from my own perspective. I feel as a businessman. In fact, in life, expectations will always be there. Um, Especially not to talk of when you're dealing with customers. I mean, when I pay, I'm expecting to exchange value for value. So if I'm paying for a particular service, I'm expecting
You know,
um I'm
Umar,
expecting that level of satisfaction. So that's why we
Umar, I want to
normally
cut you
have this
short.
conflict.
Umar, sorry, no vex, no vex. I want to cut you short. Do you know now that you just spoke about something now? You said you're exchanging value for
For
value.
value.
But
Yeah,
in this country, it is not so. Do you
I know.
understand it? If you do business in this country, it is more like you are enslaving yourself for their money because the customers mostly forget that you are offering them value. You came to me to buy a car, right?
Mm.
You came with your money, but I have my car. that I have for, I can decide to, sorry, I just put an alarm for something, normal routine. Let me turn that off and then we continue. Umar.
No, 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 there's too much distraction. Let's continue now, bro.
No, there's an alarm I need to turn down.
Umar is in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. I'm
Yeah,
in
so
Nigeria.
what I was saying is in this country, it's not just peculiar to my business, it's not just peculiar to Taylor District, it's the fact that people feel like because I gave you money, you're supposed to just worship me. And we don't respect professionalism, we don't respect people's craft, we don't respect art, we don't like to pay people, we like to just manipulate them. So it's like that everywhere. So Nigerian customers are just too demanding for what they pay. Like let me just say it that way. They are too demanding for what they pay, and it's almost like you are begging for the money, or they're doing you a favor to pay you. I agree as a business person that I want customers to pay me, and I'm deliberate about things I do, to attract my customers and all that. But I put in years of work and practice to be where I am at the business, to be able to deliver what I know, to learn and practice my skill. You get the point? That
I get
people
it.
tend to forget these things, or people don't really understand these things. And it's crazy. That's why running a business in Nigeria is like an extreme sport, because everything is against you, bro. Everything is against you. That's why in my own, when I got to understand some of these things about the business, I tried as much as possible to just rest sometimes, let everything just be, just chill. Don't just be going with the wind, just chill and understand what is happening at every point in time, because you can you can actually trying to be the hard guy to keep up and all that. And that is the point where you start disappointing your customer. That is my own story. Do you get? Because sometimes you're like, okay, let me just do this thing for this person. Okay, this person, okay, let me just do this thing for this person at a price, at the price that they're talking about and all that. You're trying to compromise, or you're trying to take an order impromptu. You get? So at the end of the day, when you disappoint, they will never understand, because you had a choice. You had a choice not to take the job. But I'm sure Omar's network went off. So before he comes back, Sha, let me keep on. So, but if you want to join me live, maybe you want to ask me a question or you want to join me, you can just indicate. So I'll send you an invite. So, but I'll just keep on before Omar comes back, and then I can invite maybe a couple of I can invite one or two people before in course of the whole show. So I was talking about the difficulty of business in Nigeria. We don't understand service, and we don't respect people's craft, and it is just in our nature to you know behave the way that we behave. I can remember one time when I was still in the university, my mom always asked me where I want to work when I graduate school, and I'm like, I have a business that is 2 3 years old, and I'm self-sufficient. I pay my bills, but this woman still expects me to go and look for a job when I graduate school. Do you understand? It's not her fault. It is just the way we think in this country, that unless you are a politician, or unless you are this or you are that, or you have a title of being engineer or doctor or this or that, you are nobody. And you sorry, I'm trying to view. Okay, so please, Umar, let me accept if I can see I am no fancy. Let me just accept him for a couple of minutes, then I'll put you back on, Omar. You're fine. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Ifine, can you hear me? Sorry, is your name Ifine? I saw Ifine somewhere around your profile. I'm just assuming. Ifine's his network seems to be bad. His network seems to be bad. This piece I'm wearing is off our collection. If you like it, order for it. This is the only limited piece that we have on the collection because it's a print. Like it's a print. Usually prints are limited in the market. They get sold out quickly. If it's a plain material, like a plain color, usually they last longer in the market. People, yeah, people don't really know this thing. So um yeah, his network went off. So let me just bring Umar back on. Yeah, Hafsat is saying I can accept one person. Yeah, it's true. We can have a group, but the reason why we're doing just two is because we're not necessarily like we're just trying to tell the story of our brand, like progression, what we've been working on, and all that. So in between, we can take questions and talk to people, but we don't want it to just be like a group issue. Like it's, yeah. So, but if you want to come on Hafsat, you can send me a request, and at the point, yeah, we can get you on the show. Every other person too. If you want to join us, you have a question or something, you can join the conversation. But we'll just do the anchor and then one other person. Umar, did you hear what I was saying when you went off?
Yes, I didn't hear everything, but then I heard most parts of where you were trying to explain the customer to slave client mentality and parents mentality towards, okay, there should be a direction to what you're doing. Okay, if you're doing business, it means you're not you're going on a different path entirely from what they would desire. I stand to be corrected. But frankly speaking, I feel Nigerians don't necessarily do the client. They do it, but their purchasing power tends tilts towards branding. Now, how you position yourself as a brand determines how clients would reach out or would interact with you. So, there are certain brands we purchase their products without even seeing the face of who owns that brand. Let's say Kuda now that has gone very far in terms of fintech. We don't even know the staff of Kuda, the back end staff, but then you want to operate with them because they become a necessity. So there's a way you build your brand that people don't even have. Like it's the Nigerian mentality. The bigger the brand, the more their willingness to spend on that brand. And also, yeah, I think
Yeah,
Zabil
yeah,
also
yeah.
said,
Zabi 50 says that she thinks Nigerians take customer service and professional service for granted. We don't even know that one. Right?
yes,
We've not even gotten to a place where we understand and respect people for who they are and what they do
yeah.
in
So
Nigeria. Yeah,
that's another thing. So you can see now that also comes with ego. Now a brand that is actually doing well and is more like they have like consistent pool of purchase or sales or high sales compared to competitors, you tend to see there's every likelihood that their staff or customer care representatives would come off quite rude, would come off rude or would respond to you in a rude manner because they feel with or without your purchase, I mean, you're just one out of many fishes, forgetting the fact that that very one customer or that very one client can cause havoc. I mean, we're in the age of social media, digital marketing. The digital age rather, once one client drags you like this, it will take the grace of God to get back on your feet. So I think we should really pay attention to customer service, which is one core, and then as a brand, because it's already Nigerian mentality, it's already a Nigerian mentality or Nigerian customer mentality. As a brand, you should strive to become at least top three in the food chain of where or the
Shout out,
market
sorry,
you
Umar,
compete.
sorry, shout out to Oche Vibes, my nigga, holla, holla, holla. So, Umar, you're saying something?
Yeah, so what I'm saying is we should, you as a business, strive to create that um I don't need to say I'm not supposed to use the word luxury, but try to create that perceived standard and quality brand out of yourself, because branding is one core thing that defines everything about a business.
Yeah,
People
Umar,
don't
nice
buy
one.
your product, people buy your brand.
Yeah, nice contribution, Umar. So, someone said, put a system in place for yourself, and the right customers will come. The growth may be slow, but it will be worth it. As a matter of fact, yeah, that takes us back to the main reason why we're conversing today. You know, we're talking growth progression and what we've been up to for like in the last 6 months. So, putting that system is what I have been trying to do. That's what the entire brand has been trying to do. If you notice, if you follow me on, let's say, maybe WhatsApp or something, you see that I hardly post like the whole of this year. My posts are either once or twice a day, and some days for maybe 2 days, I will not post. It's not anything. It's because I just realized that I was moving fast in a wrong direction, right? We're making money, we're moving okay, but the issue now is the issue now is we're bound to crash at where we're going through, or we started having problems that, you know, that compromised our standards. For that's just to put it simple, that compromise our standard. And why we do that is because the business became so like the our business became like a household business, and a lot of people were part of the business, not running the business. I mean, like they're customers, but you know, like the whole customer thing gets to a level where even customers start to feel entitled. That's when they tell you, it has to be you that will pick my call. It has to be you that will talk to me. It has to be you that will do this, that. All that thing is BS, you know, because at the end of the day, Umar mentioned something earlier on. He said, when we patronize a whole lot of brands without caring who does the work. All we need is a service, you know. But small businesses get treated unfairly because most times, just because you are at the early phase of your business, you are trying to interact with people as much as possible. So maybe you are sending them WhatsApp messages, you are doing this, you are doing that, you are doing that. And in between, sometimes they forget or you forget that the core of the relationship that you have is business. Do you get? So it becomes like a family thing. Like I dey buy clothes from you now. Why you no go pick my call? Why your secretary they pick my call? I don't know if
Yeah.
you get it. It's just our maybe something I learned very late, you know, about the business because me maybe I'm just where my mindset is and me I'm forward thinking where my mind is now. You know, I at some point in time forgot that my immediate immediate environment. Let me just use the word immediate environment. Don't like that, and you know they get irritated when they cannot control you on the basis of they're older than you, on the basis of their spiritual leader. In fact, and as Nigerians, we are so obsessed about controlling people, and we feel like once we cannot control or influence them, then we now start to intimidate them with who we are, you know,
Mm.
how old we are. You know that those kind of unnecessary things. It's business. Don't It's not personal. It's business. Whoever picks your call, it doesn't matter if you want clothes to be sewn for you. The most important thing is you have all the right to check your clothes and know that okay, is this person doing what I want? If he's not doing what you want, complain. If he's not doing what you want, tell him okay, you did this, that. It is not the way I want it done. Kindly correct it. You know, you can be respectful to vendors and still pay them money. They would love you. Like the gospel truth is, my best customers pay me money, right? They pay me the most money. And trust me now that they respect me the most. It is people now that you are managing with. I'm sorry to say, but it is the truth. It is people that you are
Yeah.
managing with. either because okay, where I am right now, so make I just collect this one or that one, or make I just do this thing now before make I not die or something. And then the other person is feeling like, okay, I don't enslave this boy. This boy is my boy, and they forget that you're a business somewhere. To be honest, yeah, one thing in this whole fashion
Yeah.
business for me,
You
like
know,
I get irritated
Lexi
when
and
people call me their
Oche
tailor.
just said some. Can you read through Lexi and Oche's comments?
I would. I'm trying to, that this whole thing is recorded. I will play it. So if I'm seeing everything that is going on, I will go back to it. So you see, but I skipped. That was why I wasn't. I wanted to get them because the comments are there. I'll go through them. Let me just go through the comment now. I believe I'll be able to go back to what I was saying. Lexi said, "You are just speaking my mind, G." That's what I'll call over familiarity because I know the CEO. I'll feel somehow when I try to make an order and then someone else picks. That mentality needs to end. Of course, it needs to end, Oche. Oche, I swear it needs to end. But it is what it is. It's growth. And as I said, I learned it late. So I took some things personal and it wasn't supposed to be so, or even my method of scaling was wrong, But at the end of the day, as a business person, you have to understand those things and put measures in place, set boundaries. A lot of times when I deal with international vendors, or let's even say vendors from either Lagos, Abuja, they have closing time where you and your money, their business phone is off because they have a life. Their business, their time at the office is the time that they can attend to customers. Okay? So when they're off the office, except you're sending them a mail or something, you cannot come and be calling them and be angry. For crying out loud, you're calling somebody by 10 p.m. and you're angry that he's not picking your call because you need kaftan or because you need shoe or something. By 10 p.m., maybe I've already worked 18 hours or 10 hours or 6 hours that day and I'm exhausted and someone is calling me by 9 or even 8 p.m. and he's angry that I'm not picking his call because he wants to give me 10,000 or 20,000 naira. Like,
Yeah.
do you get? So you have to set that boundary and maintain it. That's where Zabe's comment comes to play because she said you have to set the structure and be disciplined. It will stress you, but it will pay you on the long run.
Long run.
Yeah, yeah. So Umar, I think if this other guy is still alive, let me put him on. Maybe he'll
Okay.
join us. Yeah, he'll join us now, so we can also interact with him. I don't. Yeah, is still on? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Putting structure in place. You put structure in place, and with time, they'll get enlightened because most times it's just lack of enlightenment. It's just the gospel truth. Sometimes we say we are woke and this, but it's embedded in our DNA. It's how we behave. As you can your business can be local and your mindset and operation is international, but you have to also understand the is this psychology of or the behavior of your environment of whatever you are doing, your of whoever you are interacting with. You tend to understand where they come from and you give them that level of tolerance, and then you just with time you now get strict and put in those measures because at the end of the day, with customers still you have to massage their ego.
Definitely.
Okay. Ocha said something that LOL, sometime in 2017, a client stopped me by the roadside and asked me how much I would charge to host his event. He gave I gave him my manager's number and talk business. This Baba never called back. Really, the thing now is, two things are involved. Either he was scared of the structure, he doesn't want to call the manager because he probably doesn't want to pay money for you. He wants you to come to his show for free. One, in fact, I think that's the main thing because if you want a service, if you really need a service, right? If you really need a service,
Yeah.
paying for it is not a problem. And in fact, following the protocol is not a problem if you really need that service.
That's absolutely right. Like for me, I just feel I'm just going to list four things out of many I feel would help a business evade all this kind of uncertainties and troubles with clients. First off, above everything, and this I learned from my mentor, Vusi Tembokwayo. He's a South African speaker, like a very quite big public speaker. So he said, there's nothing like your customer is everybody. That's where people get it wrong. You cannot serve everybody. You can't. That's why you need to have a target market. Nobody is saying you can't tweak it a bit and then, okay, serve this particular clientele, but it's either you focus on this particular clientele or you try to just go into the market without like sporadically without a direction. So secondly, which has been mentioned over time, is structure. How you lay the foundation of your business, your structure, your basics, the way you set up your business determines how it thrives, determines how people perceive you. It's the thing of the mind. How you create your brand channels people's subconscious mind to know, okay, this is how I relate with this particular brand. Now, let's say the first time I reach out to Taylor District, you send me your, I say, okay, I reach out to you, I need to do this, I need to do that. You instantly share maybe a link where I click on your web and then I see the details of everything.
Bro, people get irritated. People get irritated that they ask you for something and you send them a link as if you're not serious or something.
No, you cannot. I just said you cannot serve everybody. Somebody who wants your product would go extra mile to do that. I mean, they won't tell me they are reaching out to your me casual now. Your me casual will send link to them and they will tell your me casual, why are you sending link? Why are you sending a link to me? Why can't you send? Do they expect you to send pictures one after the other at this stage, at this time? And then thirdly is, as a business, try not to jump up or climb up, because when you jump up, you rush your business, you rush scaling up, you crumble. Now back to structure. That is why it's always good to grow up, because when you grow up as a business, you stay up. You've been through every single hurdle. You've understood the entire process. So, and lastly, it's just you can't, like I said, people who want to buy your product will buy your product irrespective of any other thing. And also, Oche just helped me with another thing. Location matters. And territory peculiarity again affects businesses a lot. Now, if you're in a location where 90% of your competitors, that's why it's always good to do competitor and market analysis, market research. 90% of your competitors charge 2,000 naira for sewing, and you come and you're saying you're doing 10,000 naira. I'm not saying you won't get clients, but are you being real with yourself? How do you think the competition is fair enough? How do you think you would fare in the competition? In a competition where almost everybody is offering at a time in our country where everybody is watching, everybody is checkmating their pocket. A lot of people are cutting their costs, and you go to that location.
Sorry, let me cut you short now. Now, there are two things I want to address now, yeah? First thing now, this thing you're just saying now, but we already established the fact that you should focus on your niche, one. Secondly, you should focus your marketing budget and marketing activities around your target market. So you are saying something about the price. You can sell for 10 naira and target people that can afford 15 naira. That way, it may sound like you're giving them a discount and shit. So you're not competing with people that are selling 2 naira. You are not in the same district, except if your branding, you mentioned branding and packaging, except your branding and packaging is still at the same level as those ones. That means you don't deserve to be paid 10,000 naira if the value of the packaging and your brand can be gotten for 2,000 naira elsewhere.
Let me explain something to
No, no,
you.
no, no.
I
Wait, sorry,
totally agree.
sorry,
No, no,
sorry,
no, no.
sorry.
I
Wait,
totally agree.
wait.
Let me
You
cut you
you
short.
you are distracting me again. You get sorry, no vex. Let me address it, and then you listen. And don't want us to get so long. We'll soon end the session because if it gets so long, it becomes boring, and the recording cannot be enjoyed anymore. Right? So another thing now, when we spoke about, I'm relating everything to the brand experience, Umar. You remember? Hello,
Yeah, I can
Umar.
hear you.
Yeah. We're relating everything back to, the brand experience, and we're trying to tell them a story. It's not so wide. So, secondly, you guys spoke about that location, that place, and that, what's it called? About retail location. So, I think, is it the four piece of marketing: price, um, place, product, and there's one other P. Yeah, so place is very important. Now, the only reason why our businesses are suffering with clientele and all that is sometimes that the kind of service we're offering will not be appreciated for our immediate environment because you are giving them too much for little. So it will frustrate your effort. You get it in? You get it, Jack? It will frustrate your effort. Now think of it now that you are going to sell Ferraris to in a small local government of farmers that are averagely either middlemen or poor people. You are just trying to frustrate yourself. It is just the gospel truth. You get the point? Yeah. So I think at this point in time we should be rounding up. So I'll just let you just chip in one or two things. But lastly, now our big announcement is our collection will be dropping sometimes in July. Um, the date will be announced soon. The name of the collection is um, the name of the collection is RB RB43. I'll explain all those in another session. We can't drop all the information and all the brand story in one session. So next session we'll talk maybe more details about the collection, about what has been happening. Of course, what has been happening is we've been planning on how to make our production better, how to, make our business operations smoother and all that so that our customers can have a better experience because there's no need for us to be in business. There's no need for us to be in business if we keep having friction with our customers. So it's okay for us to just relax. It is okay for us to, plan and make our service better so that we can be able to command or get more from what we are offering. So, Omar, left to you. Let's just round up so that we can, have more discussion on our next session.
Oh, okay. So, well, I think we've been able to address quite a number of things, but going forward, would make this more structured, and then would be taking like questions and answers from next session. Because in as much as we are telling a story about our brand, we want to learn from each other, understand certain things. There is no monopoly of knowledge.
That's true.
Learn from each
That's
other,
that's that's
implement
like
certain
that's like an
things.
incredible suggestion. We need to get feedbacks. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so build each other's intellect on certain things and certain topics and other stuff. So going forward, we'll be communicating different topics, having different topics on the live. We are trying as much as possible to make it real so we don't stay structured in one direction. That's why we just prefer to have discussions, just discuss around every single thing. But um, the only thing I'll have to tell every business owner here is just to focus on brand building, Just build your brand, build a brand high enough to be able to charge the highest possible um, value you can charge for your product or your service. Just work on your brand building from promotional activities to personal brand building. You yourself, how much are you investing in yourself? And
Oche said he's going to bed. Of course, we are
so,
going to bed too. Oche, you said something now. You said something that we should focus on our location. Now, starting from July, we are going to be live in Taylor District is going to be live in 4 cities in Nigeria. So
yeah,
our business is fully online right now. So we take bookings and we have arrangements for meetings in every in 4 cities in Nigeria right now. Yes, starting July, we are present in 4 cities. We are present in Kano, we're present in Abuja, we're present in Lagos, and we're present in Kaduna. So we take orders, boot fittings, and everything from each of those cities. We are live in those cities from July. So that's what's up, my bro. So thank you all for joining our session. It was really like I'm really happy that you guys turned out. It was based on our current location, based on the fact that we're in Nigeria. Our what's it called? The timing is really really awkward, like 12 a.m. I
yeah,
mean, but we had more than we had a quite number of people, that joined us to interact with us. Shout out to Oche, shout out to Zabe, shout out to Zobo Boss, shout out to Lexis, shout out to, of course, my broski Umar, shout out to
yeah.
everybody. I can't mention everybody. We had like a lot of people, on the
Love you
live
all.
session.
We love you all.
I I really appreciate each and every all. Stay blessed. Stay tuned to Taylor District. We're about to drop some bangers. Yeah, 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 yeah. And God bless them. God bless.
Thanks, mom. Thanks, mom. Thanks, mom.